Yeah, the areas up top, especially to the north, already have about an inch of snow down. The Weather Service actually just tweeted out they just measured a half an inch at the airport.
Okay.
So it's coming.
So we got to watch out there, and we'll have check in with Nige in just a few minutes.
Yeah, we've got that last round of winter weather advisories for us in effect this morning. They go until noon for most of our Missouri counties and northwest Arkansas. Might need to be extended in time up in central Missouri as some of that snow could linger today. Snow is wrapping in from northwest to southeast this morning. Again, seeing some reports of about an inch to the north in St. Clair and Hickory counties. Buffalo, Bolivar seeing some snow in Springfield. It's coming down a little bit wet. The roads are mostly wet right now, but again, we've got about a half an inch down officially. Visibility is also dropping down to 1 to 2 miles, so keep that in mind. This morning, the snow is moving in. We're wet and slushy first because the road temperatures are warm right now, but as they cool, things could get a little bit snowier and more slick. Extra care on bridges, overpasses, and sidewalks. We could keep slushy roads this afternoon. Details on the latest snow forecast coming up in a couple of minutes.
So the roads are the main theme for you today as you head out to work.
Color 10's Nija McDonald has been on a live drive for at least an hour now and is still going at it. Nija, where are you?
Yes, good morning, Lauren and Joe. We are in South Springfield right now, and as I mentioned earlier, the snow is kind of just hitting and missing depending on where you are throughout the city. Right now, we see a few snow flurries falling. There is some snow accumulation on some of the grass here on the sidewalk areas. But right now, the main important thing to worry about when you head out is to just do so with caution. Make sure you're driving slow. Make sure you're preparing for enough time to make it to your destination. That MoDOT Travelers Map is also a good resource for you to have on your phone. It will give you road conditions, so that way you know whether roads are going to be clear or partly covered in areas that you may be traveling to today. Also, school closings, school delays is something that you might be worried about or wanting to know more about. We are updating those as we receive them, and they will scroll at the bottom of your screen. So make sure you're paying attention to that as well as you're waking up this morning. But yeah, you know, it's just wet roads right now, snow flurries coming in and out, really just depending on where we are throughout the city. But again, we are continuing to make our way through the area to help you guys on your morning commute. So stick with us, but I will send it back to you guys at the station.
All right, Nija, as you mentioned, with that snowfall, it does mean some schools are closed. About 30 districts already canceled class for today, many of them in rural areas. You can check the constantly updating list on ozarksfirst.com under the weather tab, as well as on the bottom of your screen.
Turning to some medical coverage now, the Department of Health and Senior Services have announced who has gotten business licenses to become medical marijuana dispensaries. There were more than 1,100 areas that applied for just 192 permits throughout the state. Former St. Louis Rams player Grant Wistrom owns the cannabis company Revival 98. He says he used it during his NFL career as part of his recovery, and Revival 98 will now become a manufacturer and dispensary.
We were able to be a part of the manufacturing win, so that's a big deal. And then now that we've got our dispensary license, we'll be able to sell our own product that we manufacture within our own manufacturing company. We can take it right over to our dispensary and put it on our shelves for our patients.
The news leader reports that at least 6 dispensaries will be located in Springfield.
The American Red Cross and Missouri State are partnering up for blood drives next week. It's an effort to help the Red Cross overcome an urgent need for all blood types and a critical shortage of type O blood. The first drive will be Monday at the Hospitality Room on MSU's campus from 10 to 3. Another will be January 31st at the Jordan Valley Ice Arena from 11 a.m. to 4 in the afternoon. Come and donate, and then you can also get a free Blues t-shirt.
Putting crime into focus now, a Nixa physician was indicted yesterday in a $2.4 million healthcare fraud scheme. Prosecutors say 63-year-old Randall Halley wrote prescriptions for fentanyl spray and in return received thousands of dollars from a pharmaceutical company. Halley was one of the largest prescribers of the drug in the nation. The indictment alleges that he was prescribing the spray to people who didn't have cancer or who were in remission, and also says he pre-signed prescriptions so others in his office could hand them out when he was away.
In more local news, Springfield lost a champion of families who live in poverty this week. The family of Reverend Dorsey Lavelle let us know the founder of the Council of Churches died on Tuesday. Lavelle started the organization in 1969 when he saw a growing number of families struggling in poverty. He got local churches on board. Lavelle was a retired Army chaplain and retired Methodist pastor. His son told us here at Color 10 visitation for his father is Monday, and a celebration of life will be held Tuesday at Schweitzer. Lavelle was 86 years old.
The Vernon County Sheriff's Department is getting more protection after a $10,000 local law enforcement block grant. The department was able to order new soft armor vests for their deputies. It was able to order 10 of them at no cost to the county.
We've got some wet roads out there this morning. Snow starting to stick in Springfield officially. We've got about a ½ an inch. Starting to see that snow again continue to pull south and east. The latest on how much to expect and your weekend forecast is up next.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.